Well folks, hello again and welcome back to another hiking and camping adventure. This time on 3 Munros called Benachlacha, which is the first Munro I'm doing. It's in sight just now, looks really good from here. So it's 700 metres still to go. The second Munro's Gelcarn, which is the one I'm hoping to camp on or after, and the third Munro's Creag Pitridh. Hopefully I pronounced them all correct for you. We start off with the highest and we gradually go down to the smallest Munro, which is 917 metres, that's Creag Pitridh. So yeah, it's a 26 kilometre route. Most of it is on the track that you see me come on, and you can easily cycle it. I've only gained 90 metres in height in 5 kilometres, so it's not steep at all. There's one slightly steep section for about 20 or 30 metres, then it's kind of flattened out again, So yeah, you're easily save. I've only been on the go an hour and 15 minutes, but you'll probably save about 45 minutes if you take the bike, and then another 45 minutes. So about 90 minutes overall, so it's worth considering if you want to do this route. At the moment the weather's changeable, but it's not really bad. It's just kind of light rain showers when they come. Light winds, even on the higher ground. It's only to be about 50 miles per hour. Throughout the whole weekend actually, not just this camp. I'm doing a camp tomorrow as well. So anyway guys, I'm going to get on with it. I'm going to probably film a wee bit of this hike up, but I'm not going to talk to you guys until I get to the summit of the first Munro, and then we'll just take it from there. So I'll see you further along. Well, that's the summit of Benachlacha, finally done. Yeah, it was hard work that one, to be fair. Very steep and pathless all the way, but you would have noticed that, yeah, I got a couple of clips of me walking up in the snow there. Between about 800 metres and 1,000 metres we had snow, unfortunately, so it kind of slowed me down a bit because I had to stop and put some layers on and try and keep myself dry. But I mean, like, all the snow kind of lied on the ground, but it's already melted away, so yeah, it's not lasting for a while. And most of the snow from previous weeks have, basically melted off now. It's it's very minimum anyway. If you were probably careful with your route up, you could probably do most of the Munros right now without your ice axe and crampons. Anyway folks, I'm going to head on now and get the next Munro bagged. It's about 5 kilometres away from here. I have a plan. I think I'm going to pitch up before the second Munro and just go up and down it, because I don't think I'm going to summit camp because the weather isn't great tonight, and I don't think I'm going to get many good views as a result. It's just a kind of Munro bagging trip this, but I'm going to throw in a wild camping video for you guys as well, because I think you guys deserve it. Right, I'm going to put these back on and move on to the next Munro. I'll see you there, or somewhere. Look at the state of me, man. I ain't got my jacket on brilliant, man. Just can't be bothered with this weather, like. I go out the worst of the boulder field. It's a wee bit kind of a mixture of grass and rocks now. So it's a wee bit more bearable. It was unbearable though, coming up to the first Munro. As I think I mentioned, the last 200 metres was kind of snowing. But yeah, I'm kind of walking into nothing now. I don't have a clue where I'm going. So I'm just kind of dropping down until I get out the cloud. Quite disappointing because the weather's been great all week, and then the second I get a chance to go out, it's like there's a big alarm up here. Gaz is coming up. Send all the snow and crap weather this way, boys. Honestly. It's to be the same again tomorrow, and then it's to be back to decent weather on Sunday, but I'll be getting ready for work for Monday, so hey-oh. Hey-oh, man. Not much I can do apart from moan. Right, I'm going to keep going. I'm raging though. Just wanted a nice sunny hike with some views. Instead I get this rubbish. Alright folks, that's me finally on this path now, heading up towards these final 2 Munros. I've made a decision, I've checked the forecast, got a signal. I've made the decision that I'm not going to do a camp on higher ground tonight. It's the snow all night and I can't be bothered with it, to be honest. So that wee loch that you see me start the video at, just going to head back down there, find a flat bit of grass away from the paths. I'll just stick a tent up there and that'll do me for tonight. So this snow will be on and off now before the final Munro. So I'll just bring you back at certain points, and yeah, even if it's just checking in at the 2 summits. I just want to get these 2 Munros done. The weather, as Monty would say, is deteriorating quite quickly actually. So, and this just shows you how quick the weather can change in Scotland. Alright folks, so it looks like we're approaching what probably will be the summit. I'll double check when I get to the top. This is kind of coming across as one of these Munros that has a few different summits on it, a bit like the final Munro and the Ben Aglow group, where there's like 4 or 5 different cairns on it, and the last one's always the summit cairn there. So I'm sure that's probably caught people out. So I'll make sure that this one doesn't have any more summits. Visibility is a wee bit better over there, but yeah, it's quite limited still, even though the sun's out. Well, here we are folks, at the summit of Munro number 2 of today. I'm really happy to be up here. This is Gelcan. Pretty sure there's 4 Munros called Gelcan. I've now done 3 of them. So 1, I'm pretty sure, on the Ben Older group that I've still to do. I've done the one at Dromocta, the one at Monolea, and the one here. But yeah, this is us at the top. Got kind of some views, I suppose. But I'm going to start making my way down once I get a good drink and a bite to eat up here. It's actually quite warm with the sun kind of breaking through. Alright, so that in front is the final Munro of today, and I'm so happy to say it. However, if you look below, it's not the best ground to be walking on, so it's going to take a bit of time. But as you'll see, I mean, visibility is rubbish, can't see anything really. Annoyingly, I've got an amber alert for a possible aurora, so I know that will turn to red and I'll miss an aurora because of this weather. But yeah, I'm heading in that direction. So yeah, my final break now before I make the final climb up. There's actually a group of runners that have passed me, but since I've got past me they've started walking, so I'm actually sitting down letting them go because I keep catching up with them. I am quite a quick walker even with a heavy backpack on. I can usually hold a good pace, so I'll let them go. Hopefully they'll pull away from me. And yeah, they'll start running up this final Munro, and yeah, fair play to them. I mean, I've not seen anybody at all, you know, until they've appeared out of nowhere, and I've been going for 6 hours and I've done nearly 20 kilometres I think. I'll be close to that anyway when I get to the camp spot. But yeah, I've only got a couple of kilometres now, maybe even less than that until the summit. So yeah, I'm quite happy. I'm going to take the backpack off and get a quick drink, and then I'll make my way up this summit. It should be up there in half an hour, hopefully. It's just a shame about this poor visibility. That wasn't forecasted until later on tonight. I was tempted to camp up here still, but I'll maybe have one last look at the weather forecast. But it's not the best area, to be honest. Probably, like I said, if it was good enough visibility, it probably would be fine. So I'll probably get a better night, camp down at that loch. Certainly the views will be better, so probably just head there. Right, I'll see you at the summit of this final Munro. The final Munro is done. Creag Pitridh, 153 now I'm sitting on. And that's just relief, to be honest, that I managed to get this Munro done today. It wasn't actually planned, but with the weather being the way it is, I just thought I would just get on with it. Hopefully you can see me because the sun is trying to come out the cloud a wee bit. But yeah, it's been a difficult route, a route that I would definitely show respect to. I mean, if I'm ever doing it again, I thought it would be a wee bit easier than what it was. The ground conditions were quite difficult at times, and the weather never really helped, especially coming off Benachlacha. Kind of struggling to speak right now, I'm just done in. But I kept going, kind of pushed on a wee bit, got the summits done, and now it's time to find somewhere to pitch the tent up. So with the Aurora alert coming up on my phone an hour ago, I'm not sure if I'm going to stay higher up now, because if it comes out and the clouds clear, I might get some good views up here. But I might go down towards the little loch. I'm probably about an hour, just over an hour from the loch, and from the loch to the car is about an hour too. So I could probably get from the summit of here to the car in about 2 hours. But I'm not sure, I might just stay up here as a result of that. I mean, I'll probably be leaving here about 7 and aiming to get back down to the car for about 9 o'clock. Whereas if I went down to the loch, I could leave later in the morning. So obviously it would take less time to get back to the car. So there's decisions to be made. But I'm going to just head down, and if I see a spot that I fancy, I'll probably just take it. Because the lower I get down, the less likely I'll be in the clouds. And if the clouds clear, then fair enough. If they don't, then fair enough as well. Right, I'll see you guys in a bit. Oh, tripping over. Well, it's time to chill out and enjoy the views while I can, before the rain comes. I think it is during the next hour, and there is a lot of clouds kind of forming over at Creag Mega. Creag Mega's had a nightmare today, by the way. Most of the day it's been in the cloud. At least this side has had a break. And the last hour's been pretty pleasant. I've just been chilling out by the tent and taking photos, and yeah, it's been good. But I want to talk about the route. I'll start off by saying, you park along by the 886, and a small lay-by. It's kind of hidden by the road by some trees. It's not like directly next to the road, it's kind of behind the trees, And there's enough room for maybe, I don't know, 15 cars if they're all parked well, maybe 10. But get there early just to be sure you'll get a space. I was the only one in the car park when I left, and I've only seen 2 other people the full day. Not a popular route is what I'm trying to say, or certainly not today. Maybe because of the weather I've had the experience today. But yeah, left the car, 5 kilometre walk along a track which you could easily cycle, as I've said. I reckon you save at least an hour to an hour and a half, I think I've mentioned that. But certainly on the return, it's all downhill. You only gain 90 metres in height coming in as well, so it's fairly straightforward coming in. There's one steep bit that could cause problems. Anyway, after that easy walk or cycle, depending on what you do, along the track, I just want to warn you that all sorts happen after that. You go onto a narrow path with 2 river crossings, which I think I filmed one of them anyway. And then you go up a steep climb up towards Benachlaca. Pathless, it's the best word to describe it. I certainly never seen a path. It's kind of half and half. It starts off grassy for the first half, and then I seen the boulder field and thought, well, at least it's something different, because I absolutely hate steep grassy hills with no path. But that boulder field was a nightmare too, and then the snow started coming down, and yeah, visibility was very poor, and I'm like, here we go. But I got some summit views at the top of Benachlaca. I timed it well, thankfully. I did time it well, because after Benachlaca, just when I think it couldn't get any worse, it did. The walk to Gelcan, that includes coming off Benachlaca and going up Gelcan, was a nightmare. At one point, excuse my throat, at one point I couldn't even see the grass because there was that much snow coming down. It was only for about 10 minutes before I started dropping down, and I've actually looked up and it's all the way again. It just shows you how changeable the weather is right now. But yeah, eventually got down and the snow became more patchy, but it was very slippy underfoot. It's mental because it started off dry, but as soon as that rain and snow started coming down, that was it. The rocks were all wet and slippy again, eh? So yeah, started climbing up Gelcan, which wasn't too bad, because the climb up Gelcan starts off really promising. You go back onto a path, it's all good, and then you take a sharp right, and then it goes downhill after that again. Boulder fields, steep, grassy, horrible, pathless walk, just absolutely rubbish. The summit views from the top were limited. I did get views over towards the Ben Alder group again, not the best though. So I can't really say if the summit views would be any good or not, because I couldn't see north or east. As such anyway, it was kind of limited anyway, and I really couldn't really see west either, to be honest. It was really only kind of south I could see. But yeah, they were limited and not great. But I came off Gelcan and headed over to this little Munro, and this is where the fun really started to begin, because honestly the views from Creag Pitridh are brilliant. The path going up it was just a relief after what I had to deal with for about 4 or 5 hours before I finally got to Creag Pitridh. It's the smallest summit at 924 metres. I've been saying 917 I think, but I'm wrong. I'm 7 metres out there. But yeah, overall it's been kind of like a mixed hike. I've enjoyed parts of it but hated other bits. Would I recommend it to anyone? Yes, I would. Would I recommend you try and cap it? Yes, I would. But I wouldn't recommend you come when the weather forecast isn't great. Because I think after a spell of wet weather, because we've had a spell of dry weather recently for the last week or two, so it's dried out the grass, but I reckon it could be quite wet underfoot, eh? And after dealing with the very poor visibility coming off Benachlaca, where I did say I have no idea where I'm going, obviously I sorted myself out once I stopped filming. Yeah, it could be quite difficult to navigate these Munros too, because there's nothing guiding you at all. There's no fence posts, well, I didn't see any. There's no path. There's nothing there to help. Even in the summer, it could go wrong up here, eh? So yeah, I would recommend it, but try and do it when the weather's good. There is some good views to be seen here. It's not like Torridon, eh, but it's kind of central, so you've got good views over to the Ben Nevis group, which is where I'm pointing over there. Good views over to Creag Meggy, but Creag Meggy's had a nightmare today. It's been in the cloud all day, and it cleared a wee bit, and I could see, oh, that's had some snow today, by the way. I'm glad I didn't pick that route. I've done it already, but yeah, good views over towards the Cairngorms, I'm sure, as well, the Mona Leas and that. Good views over to the Loch Lochy Munros maybe. The clouds have been on and off all day. It's not really gave me a chance to see the area that well, but yeah, overall it has been a decent trip away. But like I said, it's had its ups and downs. That amazing view that I had will probably be gone now, which it is. Yeah, a bit of snow now. As forecasted. This is what I was kind of wanting. I was kind of wanting to go down to the loch because of this snow, eh? But I'm just going to go for it, see what happens, eh? But I'm just going to see. Yeah, the clouds are just about on me. I can just about see down, eh? But wow, look at that, man. Oh, it's already lying on the ground. It's only been gone about 2 minutes. The sound of snow hitting off the tent. A lot of people go on about the rain hitting off the tent and how nice it sounds. But I prefer it when the snow hits off the tent. I think it's more relaxing. Just find that the rain can be a bit too loud at times. But as I said, I was seriously considering not camping higher up because of this snow that's forecasted tonight. We'll just see if it comes to anything, eh? I just need to hope this tent is as dry as I can get it tomorrow. Because I'm using it again tomorrow night. And I want it as dry as I can basically get it, as I said, because of that. But I think I'm going to shut for now. And yeah, get a wee bit of footage of the snow. I'm going to go back outside for you guys, even though I'm nice and warm in my tent. Right, here we go. Time to get soaked. Oh, that's lovely. I'm going to shut this down. There we go. Well, the tent was dry 20 minutes ago, but never mind. And I had that view 20 minutes ago, it's kind of lacking now. What a lovely place, so when I had the views. Not going to stay out too long, because I've not got my gloves on. And as you can see, I'm not dressed for it. I'm going to get wet if I stay out here too long. But my tent's already got a lot of snow in it. It's only been snowing about 10-15 minutes. Just need to see if it lies. You know, it's obviously lying, but like what I'm trying to say is, I want to see how deep it will get, eh? I'm also quite keen to see for the descent tomorrow. Well, that's assuming the snow is still here tomorrow. I just want to see how low down the snow goes, eh? Because there were a few snow flurries on the road coming up here. So it'll be quite interesting. Anyway, I'm going back in the tent, it's freezing. And I'm not getting back out unless I need to. That's the way I deteriorated now in here. I'm getting snow everywhere. That's not what I want. This video is a shambles, isn't it? I nearly tipped my can over there. Oh, it's cold. Let's have a wee look. I expect this tent to freeze tonight. There's your view. Absolutely nice out there actually. I'm surprised the Creag Mega side's actually cleared. It's just a shame the aurora's calmed down because as I expected the clouds have cleared a wee bit. So yeah, it's not a bad morning. Shut up, you idiot. It's not a bad evening now. I'm just tired, eh? Leave me alone. I think it's fair to say, while I zip my tent up, this hike and camp has had everything today. It has been absolutely just full of events. But I've enjoyed it. It's really been good. At times challenging, yes. Frustrating at times, of course. I've done a fair bit of moaning off the camera about the weather. But overall, I can't really complain about, you know, the trip because it's not went to plan in terms of like the weather, but like I've ticked off 3 new Munros. Obviously at this point I don't know if I'm going to complete the Munros. Notice my hair starting to stick up, but I don't know if I'm going to complete the Munros or not, but I'd love to hit 200. So I'm trying to hit that by the end of the year, and then possibly pushing 250. We'll just need to see, eh? Anyway folks, I've enjoyed it like I said to a point. It's been, like I said, ups and downs. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video and I'll see you all tomorrow morning. It's not going to be a morning full of content. I'm going to be basically packing up straight away. I'll see you then. Well, good morning everyone. Everyone knows that I'm quite bad for getting up early. It's 1 in the morning and for good reason. You know, I said this camp's had everything. I have just opened my tent door to a cloud inversion and the aurora. The aurora's not visible like brilliantly by eye, but I've seen it by eye before, so I'm not caring. I've managed to capture a decent enough photo with my phone. Oh, I've still got the flashlight on. So I'm going to go out and see if I can get better photos and see if it gets any stronger, So yeah, I'll stick that photo up on your screen, hopefully from my phone. I couldn't see it, but I just, just stick your phone at the tent, My gamble's paid off by staying up here. Oh, it's cold though, very cold. Right, I'm going outside the tent, or I might just sit at the tent door and wrap up. I've got my big Rab jacket, so I'll put that on. This is where I need Murray from Scotland's Mountains to do all these fancy time lapses. I've seen some of his Aurora videos. Mine's aren't going to be as special, but yeah, it'll be special to me though. I can't see it with my one eye, but I think I said in the tent, I've seen it before from one eye and it is nice, So I'm going to see if I can get some photos of the tent lit up with it in the background and stuff like that. I really should have a go at doing a time lapse, like a night lapse with it, but no, I'm just going to take some photos and then just sit at the side of the tent and see if it gets any stronger, and I might be able to see it with my own eyes. I think I'm going to be selfish if I think about myself, but damn, I said this camp could have everything, and I can't believe I've opened the door to stars, the Aurora and a cloud inversion below. Honestly, put yourself out there, guys. Get out there camping. I've put off and off and off for years. Almost talked myself out of not even doing the second Munro yesterday because of how tough it was. And here I am. Only 3 hours sleep. Middle of the night, probably about -5 at the moment. The tent is completely frozen. I'm standing here with another Aurora in front of me. It's absolutely stunning. Right, see you later. Well, the activity has kind of died down a little bit. It's kind of harder to get the photos of it now. So I'm kind of annoyed with myself because I checked the Glendale app and I think it's been going on for a couple of hours while I've been in the tent, but we've still got a couple of hours, maybe 3 hours of kind of decent darkness. So I'll sit here for an hour, kind of wrapped up, or warm enough anyway, and see if it gets stronger again. Can only sit here and see, but at least I got a couple of photos of it. Just by the time I got out of the tent, after sorting everything out, because I had everything packed away, it was only about 10 minutes just sorting things out. I'd done the videos as well. By the time I actually got back to taking the photos, it kind of died down a wee bit. But very grateful that I got to see it anyway, even if it is just for the brief spell when I stuck the phone out the tent. But I probably will, like I say, just hang around here for an hour, take some photos, but I'm not going to film anything else until tomorrow when it's daylight. And yeah, I'm just going to see what this inversion does. Hopefully I'll still have it. And yeah, we'll pack away this tent behind me, which is completely frozen, and all the kit inside it. So I think I've said it already. I'll see you, not in the morning because it is the morning now, but I'll see you later on in the day, folks. Oh, good morning, folks. Absolutely freezing. Probably one of the coldest camps I've had. The boot laces were frozen. I couldn't even get one of my boots on because just trying to slacken the lace just to get my foot in was pretty much impossible. I'm kind of worried about taking the tent down now if the pole's frozen. Well, I was going to say a couple of weeks ago, but it's been a while now since that Cairngorm trip with Monty. One of my tent poles froze to the point where I couldn't actually break it, and I ended up just putting the stove on it and heating it up. I don't know if it's recommended to do that, but it definitely worked. It's an option to have, but I don't have my stove, my heater, or even a lighter with me. I kind of went lightweight for the hike round because it was a fairly long hike, so I'll just need to see what happens. I am pretty much just about to start packing my gear now. It's coming up about 6 AM. I've been up since about 4:45, something like that, 4:30. I've just been waiting for the light to come up a wee bit. And yeah, what I'll probably do is I'm going to get everything packed away. I mean everything, including the tent. I'm not filming anything else. And I'll do a leave no trace bit, and then I'll head off the Munro side, and we'll wrap this video up once I get a bit of heat in me. Even if that means I need to get back down to the loch. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a little while. Well, that's the end of another wild camp for me, and I've really enjoyed pretty much every minute of the camp, and I enjoyed most of the hike. As you would have seen yesterday, it was pretty tough at times. Before I wrap the video up, I'm going to give this its location rating out of 10 an 8.2 out of 10, putting it into the very good category. It's definitely up there as one of my favourite camp spots, and yeah, I think the highlights of the camp was, obviously you would have seen the lochs underneath, over towards Creag Mega as well, which was in the cloud most of the day yesterday. Clach looks quite impressive, and even further west over towards the Grey Quarries is quite impressive as well. So I'm going to wrap the video up here. I'm going to head back down to the car. That's about a 7.5 kilometre walk still to do, so a couple of hours should cover that hopefully. And yeah, so as always, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, you know what to do. Click the like button to support the video, click the subscribe button to support the channel on future videos, and get involved in the comment sections down below and let me know what you think of this area. Thanks for watching, and until the next trip, trying to get my words out this time in the morning, take care folks.